Is there a missing link in your diet? A particular food that you are not enjoying right now that could lead to digestive health, help you to lose weight, and help to maintain your overall health, but you are not enjoying that particular food? Stay with your lady Salome in this video as I go over this missing link in your diet. Stay tuned. Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Ezra Wellness, where you learn proven ways to healthy living. This is your lady Salome Admakon. I'm a nurse and a functional nutrition counselor. In today's video, I'm going to talk about this particular food that have a lot of health benefits, but most of us, we are ignoring it because it causes a lot of digestive issues. So in this video, I'm going to go over this food, the health benefits, and ways that you could make it to avoid this digestive health so you could start reaping some of the benefits of this particular food. So let's dig right in. The food that I'm talking about is beans. Yes, beans. We all know about beans. It's one of the cheapest foods that are out there. But beans is one of nature's goodness that you could add to your diet. Let's look at the nutritional benefit of beans. Beans is loaded with a lot of protein, so much of it, that when you take like a soya bean, for instance, it have all the 9 essential proteins. So beans is a great thing to introduce into your diet. Beans also have iron. It contains calcium, good for our bones. Iron is good for our blood. Potassium is good to help with our blood pressure and a lot of activities in the body. It have fiber. It have magnesium. It have phosphorus. It have folate. It have zinc, the B vitamins, and then copper, just to mention some of them, and many more vitamins and minerals that beans contain. So you're saying, what is so unique about beans that we should add it to our diet? You know, one, beans could aid in your weight loss journey because, beans is loaded with fiber and protein, and because of that, when you eat it, it keeps you full for a long period of time. Because of that, if you're lose weight, adding beans and taking some of the other carbohydrate out of the diet will be a great idea to do. Point number 2, because of the fiber in the beans, it helps to lower your bad cholesterol. There is this fiber in beans called soluble fiber. What it does is that when it gets into your intestines, this soluble fiber breaks down and help to absorb some of the bad cholesterol from your digestive tract so that your body will excrete it out of the body in the form of poop. And when you do that, it helps to decrease the bad cholesterol level. And if it decreases the bad cholesterol, it also helps to improve your good cholesterol levels. And when the cholesterols are moving, your triglyceride level also get to normal levels when you add beans to your diet. So if you're having issues with cholesterol, it's not a bad idea to introduce beans. Point number 3, beans also help to manage blood sugar. You see, if you're diabetic or insulin resistant, most of the time when we eat a lot of foods, our blood sugar peak right away and then the body digests it, and within a short time you're hungry again and you want more food. But when you add beans to your diet, because of the high fiber content in the beans and the protein, it does not break down very easily. Because of that, it keeps you full for a long period of time, and then it makes your blood glucose level stable for a long period of time. So if you're diabetic, having trouble managing your diabetes, adding beans to your diet and taking foods like bread and some rice out will not be a bad idea. Point number 4, beans also help to improve our gut bacteria. Always, I talk about the bacteria that live in our large intestines that helps to boost our immune health. These gut bacteria, they feed on the fibers that we eat in the food. Beans, about a cup of cooked beans, have about 15 grams of fiber in there. So when you enjoy that, it helps to boost this bacteria that lives in our gut. And these bacteria, if they are in good quantity, they also help to boost your immune system because they help to keep the bad guys in check and the good guys come to play so that they help to boost your immune system. Point number 5, beans also have been seen to reduce risk of certain types of cancers. When you take soya bean, for instance, because of the phytonutrients that are found in there, it helps to produce estrogen, especially in women at the tail end when we don't have enough estrogen produced during the menopause time. And this estrogen production helps to prevent cancers like breast cancer. Some colon cancer studies also show that when you add beans to your diet, it helps because beans is loaded with fiber and it improves your bowel movement. It also helps to decrease your risk for certain types of cancer. Beans have been also shown to have longevity benefit. When you look at all the areas around the world where people live longer, places like Okinawa in Japan, Loma Linda in California, these places, you see that in all the other blue zones, and when I talk about the blue zones, you talk about the places where people live longer. These places, you will see that all of them have some form of beans added to their diet. So if you're looking to live longer, cutting down your meat consumption and adding beans to your stew, to your soup, and replacing it with meat, it's not a bad idea. It'll help to improve your overall longevity, because studies have shown that beans do this. Also, the last thing I will say about the benefit of beans is that beans is one of the cheapest ingredients you could get to buy in the store. A lot of places have it, and it could stay in the store shelf if it's dry for about 3 years. And because of that, beans is cheap that you could add to your diet, but you reap all these benefits. There is examples of beans. You have lima beans, we have black beans, we have kidney beans, we have black eye beans, we have garbanzo beans, we have red beans, navy beans, name them. There is so many types of beans. So the more the color, like the black beans, it also contains antioxidants. And the antioxidants help to fight free radicals. That is why it also helps to prevent the cancer. You're saying to yourself, Salome, all this is good, but for me, I cannot handle beans. When I add it to my diet, I get bloated and I feel so uncomfortable. I cannot handle it. Well, the reason why beans is so hard is the lactans that the beans contain. And this lactans, most of the time, it makes it hard for the body to digest. So the best ways to cook your beans, you soak your beans for about 24 to 48 hours before you cook it. If you soak them for 24 hours, you pour the water out about 4 to 6 hours whilst you've soaked it. Soak it overnight and then cook it for a long period of time. When you do that, it helps to break down this lactin in the beans so that it makes digestion easier. If you do 24 hours and it still bothers your stomach, then you want to soak it for about 48 hours. And when you soak it for about 48 hours, what it does is that the beans start to sprout. And when it starts to sprout and you cook it, it also helps to make digestion very easy for you. You're saying, Salome, for me, I don't like beans. Well, most of us, we ate it when we were younger. So now that we are older, we don't want to see it because we ate so much of it. But beans is one of the best foods that you could add to your diet. So if you have not eaten beans for a long period of time and you decide to introduce it into your diet, it will be a challenge to just start eating so much of it. So like everything, start slow and work your way up slowly. Once you cook it really well, maybe eat about a quarter cup and then move it to half a cup and then move it to maybe a cup. And then from there going, you can add beans to your diet because you need the bacteria that will come into your digestive tract to digest it. And because you're not eating it, they are not there right now. So you want to work your way right up to it. And you're saying to yourself, Salome, how many times should I eat beans in a week? Well, when it comes to me personally, I eat beans about 3 to 4 times a week. Or you could eat it pretty much every day because it's an excellent source of protein and it's an excellent source of fiber. So if you're having issues with your digestive system, like pooping, it's a great idea to add beans to your diet and you'll be glad that you did. You're saying to yourself, Salome, is there somebody out there that cannot have beans? Well, unfortunately, because of all the fiber that is in beans, if somebody have IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, or a lot of issues with their bowels, they might not be able to enjoy beans. Or if you're allergic to it, of course, you will not eat it. But if you don't have any of these issues, but you just stop eating it because it gives you gas and all that, I will say, please try to bring beans back to your diet. because it's one of the cheapest and the easiest way to incorporate a very high nutritious food into your diet. Thank you so much for watching this video. Are you new to this channel? Please don't forget to subscribe. And when you do, click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my educative videos. Until I see you in the next video, remember, this is Ezra Wellness, where you learn proven ways to healthy living. Thank you for your time.